anyị na-asị na mgbe anyị mechara n'obodo a na-ala obodo ekwensu bụ uzu ga na-ama jijiji ndị iro ga-anọ n'ọsọ ndị ọjọọ ga-anọ n'ọsọ ndị na-agwọ nsị ga-anọ n'ọsọ ndị okwu asị ga-anọ n'ọsọ eziokwu Chineke ga-apụta ihe onye anyị ka anyị na-arịọ ugbu a na ruo mgbe niile ebido
Welcome, my amazing viewers. Thank you so much for joining me on my program once again. I appreciate you wherever you are connecting from. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please kindly subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell so that you'll be notified each time I upload a video. You will be among the first to receive it. Remember, I bring you details on things that are happening in the contraption called Nigeria, where it's happening, how it's happening, and our solution and our way forward. Reminding you of all the messages of our Supreme Leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Our Supreme Leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu remains with us. He is with us and will always be with us and march into Biafra. It doesn't matter what anybody is thinking or what anybody is saying. The message of our Supreme Leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has sunk into our blood. We are carrying him in our heart at all times. When we close our eyes, when we sleep, we can hear him speak, and we are following him wherever he goes at all times. It doesn't matter what the enemies are doing. It doesn't matter what already you can see that victory is near. They are very scared of our Supreme Leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They are scared. It is obvious. If they are not scared, the court is theirs. Everything in Nigeria is theirs. Why are they scared of facing us in the court? Why are they scared of facing Biafra in the court? As you all know, they put Biafra on trial, put Biafra in jail, and they gave us a date they are going to try Biafra. Biafrans, we are ready to be tried. We are ready with our lawyers to be tried. On the day, the federal government chickened out. They didn't show up. What does that tell you? They are scared. There is no case against our Supreme Leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He has been preaching a message which Chuks gave to him, message of revival, message of survival, message of freedom. That was the message of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was not preaching a hate speech. He never preached any hate speech, and he was not tribalistic in any way. The message he was giving is a hard message that it is not everybody that can be able to digest, and it is not everyone that will have courage to give the kind of message Mazi Nnamdi Kanu gave. And it is only in that direction that you can be able to wake a black man up. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not a hater. You can see him previously when he was in court. He was paying for even people from the north, even Fulani Janjaweed, fighting for them in the court for them to get justice. He was fighting for everybody to get justice. It wasn't just about Biafrans. It wasn't just about the Southerners. It wasn't just about himself. It was about every living soul in that country we call Nigeria, for them to have a say. That was the message of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And for him to make that message to sink into people's brain, he has to use the hard word. He has to use the hard language. That is the only language a black man understands. When you hit a black man hard, when you hit him hard, he will understand what you're saying. Apart from that, the message is not going to sink in. So, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu preach the hard message of calling up the people of what is about to come, of what is happening today that is consuming Nigeria. Just tell me, if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has not been there waking people up, what do you think will be the hope of Nigeria today? What do you think will be the hope of Nigerians? Nigerians, I'm talking about those people who call themselves Nigerians. The indigenous tribe in that contraption, what will be their hope? As you all know, the southeastern part of Nigeria that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have decided to secure properly because that is where he belongs, that is where he comes from. He put in place an orderly security network to secure the southeastern part of Nigeria, and you can see it is because of that security network that southeastern part of Nigeria has not been ravaged by terrorists or ravaged by the invaders. Wherever you see them operating, it is because the government of the terrorist government of the Janjaweed is helping them out to penetrate into the southern part of Nigeria. It's helping them to penetrate into the southeast. And when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu made that move, Amote could take the same step. The Oduduwa brother took the same step to protect themselves. And all hell broke loose. The Fulani Janjaweed saw that they cannot be able to penetrate anymore, and they began to fight by all means possible. This has been a war that has been coming from a very far place. This war has been coming. But most of us in the southern part of Nigeria close our ears as if it doesn't concern us. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu started shouting when this war was in the north. When this war was in the north, it had not yet come to the southern part of Nigeria. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu started warning people, started shouting, started calling on people, calling people different kinds of names to make sure he gets their attention. He used all different kinds of methods to make sure he gets the attention of people. He wasn't insulting, he wasn't cajoling anybody, he wasn't hating anybody. He was using different kinds of methods to wake people up of what is about to happen, which is what is happening today. Then they were in the north, ravaging the north. They have almost occupied the whole north, killed a lot of indigenous people and taken over some part of the north. But today, what do you see? What are you seeing today? They have come to the southern part of Nigeria. Some of you have forgotten. I'm going to share with you a video made by a pastor. This is a video made by a pastor, an old video made by a pastor. I want you to listen to this very video and see what this pastor was saying. He is a pastor. Pastor Buba, I think somebody Buba. I want you to listen to what the pastor is saying in this very video. Some of you who call Mazi Nnamdi Kanu a warmonger, who call Mazi Nnamdi Kanu different kinds of names. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu message sink deep to redeem the northern part of Nigeria. But yet the southerners demonized Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, fought against him instead of standing with him. Listen to what this pastor wants to say.
The question I want to ask: has the Nigerian constitution denied any Nigerian of self-defense? And if the answer is no, that the Constitution of Nigeria has given you the power as a citizen to defend yourself when the aggressor comes on you. The question I want to ask everyone of the increase in the militancy and the attack on innocent lives. The question I want to ask you: what stops you from defending yourself? Because if you don't defend yourself, you will still be killed. It is better for you to defend yourself and die for the cause of defense. These evil Fulani terrorists killing people in Zamfara, in Katsina. Somebody sent me a text from Katsina and said, pray for us. They are slaughtering us like goats. Hey, the president cannot do it. His strength has been shown through the years of his service. If a man has failed in leadership, you are having a child leadership there, not a mature leader. The police cannot. The soldiers cannot. That's why the governor of Borno says, say, if you will not do it, I will mobilize ourselves to go and do the job. Let me say, get it closer. Let me say, every Nigerian, the same way the Igbos fought by improvising their weapon, it is time for Nigerians to improvise different weapons. Bomb them, kill them. The Bible says, he that kills by the sword shall die by the sword. These people have vowed that they were going to kill you. I listened to their tape. One Ardo, he said, Arna Nanzamu Kashisu. Zamu Chiresu Agwane Kinsu Kuma Alandusu Akasansu. To Memukejira. Munajira say, Ankashedu Kamu. Who matasa? Kutashi. Asiye. Mutane na suna kansa, suna kanshemu. Mutane ne kamanku. Tashi kuipada. Wana abun taisa. Yo ache goma, jibi ache 30. Haba. Rayuwar mutum guda daya, ran mutum guda daya a America, duk duniya ta razana. A ce cewa mutane 100 a cikin gida daya an kashe mutane 10. Sai mu zo na hakan nan kawai muna kalla. Mutanen nan fa sun riga sun shiri cewa dole sai sun karba kasashen mu. To dole mu nuna musu ikon Allah. Dole mu nuna musu ikon Allah ta wurin addu'a kuma ta wurin oka abu ne kamata mu doka. Mu yi defending kanmu. Nigerians, you can't sit down and be behaving as if nothing is going on. If you don't quench the fire in your neighbor's house, that fire is going to come to your own house. Let's wake up and stop this evil. God is on our side. But remember, God will only work when we start the work. Fight to protect yourself. Life is sacred in the sight of God, and no man has the right to enter into your house to slaughter your father, slaughter your mother, slaughter your wife, and then you are having 100 youths. If it is improvised bomb, do it with kerosene. Kill the enemy. It is not a crime.
After listening to this very pastor, you can see the message of that pastor was exactly the message of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And you can see the pastor calling on people to improvise weapons to protect themselves, just as the Biafrans did during the Biafran War. They are using Biafra as a yardstick to protect themselves. Biafrans do not know this, that they are a strong example for other indigenous tribes. That is why Biafrans will never give up. Biafra, we have improvised weapons before to protect ourselves, and we will do it now better than before. Now we have a lot of scientists in Biafra land, a lot of them. This time around, it is gonna be unbelievable what people will say. You see the pastor making the call, making an example of the Biafran, how they protect themselves. We have been fighting for our life for years. And this is the time for us to have our freedom, and nobody can stop it. Nobody can stop it. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has done a great job to keep people awake. If you are still sleeping, it's up to you. It's left for you. If you are still sleeping, it's left for you. We cannot force you to join the movement. We cannot force you to protect yourself. But what we are saying that you have to defend yourself wherever you are. This is the time for you to improvise weapon and defend yourself by any means possible. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has done what he has to do. He has put every mechanism in place. It's left for you to utilize it to secure yourself. As for us moving to Biafra land, we will move into Biafra land with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who has gone to take up the flag and raise it up for us very, very soon. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did a great job. It is only you from the southeastern part of Nigeria who doesn't know the worth of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Other people are embracing him. They are learning from him. And I must tell you, if you don't know, even the north is hot as we speak. The north is hot. They are not finding it easy. And they can't hide in their shell anymore. Voices are coming out from the northern part of Nigeria, speaking up. I tell you, the Fulani Janjaweed will be on the run very soon. I want you to listen to this very video carefully from the beginning to the end. What this northern is saying to his northern elites. He has gotten everything, he has gotten his knowledge from the message of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Listen to what this northern has to say about what is going on in the north.
Okay, thank you, Malam Mahmoud Jega. It's an honor to be here. And in particular, I thank the organizers of this event for this opportunity, and to Her Excellency Zainab Shinkafi Bagudu in particular. I was so impressed at how she personally was coordinating with me. Now, I mean, like Madam Jega has said, I do speak on these issues very frequently, but it's mostly on Western media. And so I see this as a unique opportunity because I see it as a household meeting. And so I think it is good for us to tell ourselves some home truth because this is at home, and I think we need some truth. I am sure Marafan Sokoto, may Allah forgive him, and all our parents would want me to say the truth, even if I would disagree with some governors and government officials here. Now, the first issue, is for me to start the way the Attorney General started, and I like the way he started. No Nigerian has any legal authority to start any agitation that will not contribute towards the development of this country. And I am very passionate about Nigeria. I want it to work. But the other side of the coin is that leaders would have to set example. If they want Nigerians to develop Nigeria, it has to start from the leadership in the country. And unfortunately, we are not seeing the kind of example we should see in the country. We are talking about insecurity today. We have listened to the data from the DSS, and it is right to say that Nigeria is facing an insecurity pandemic. It is facing an insecurity pandemic in which hundreds of Nigerians, literally hundreds of Nigerians, are killed every single month. We are talking about over 20,000 Nigerians in banditry and kidnapping only in the last 30 months if we are going by the DSS data. It is an endemic. Now, what have we got from the federal government and state governments? There is until today no consistent, clear, comprehensive policy framework on the situation on the in the northwest. The governor of Zamfara, he would say, is dialoguing, and he has his reasons for dialoguing. Kaduna State governor would say, no, I am not dialoguing. Katsina State will be dancing between dialoguing and fighting. Niger State would say, I have tried, but it won't work. And Zamfara State governor will come back and tell us it can still work. And there is no federal government to coordinate these responses and tell the states governments how to move. So there is no leadership in the security policy framework. And that's why we don't even know how to call them. We don't know whether they are criminals in the northwest, whether they are terrorists, or they are innocent merchants. The President Muhammadu Buhari last month said they are now treating them as criminals. What was the federal government treating them as before now? Were they just merchants? Were they just traders? In the northwest, there are organized criminals. We know that there could be some people with legitimate grievances, but we also know that they are using terroristic methods. As we speak today, there are over 300 school children in their hands, whether the Brininya students, the Tegina students, and the Bethel Baptist school students. In which country in the world would this happen? 300 young children, girls and boys, in the hands of horrific kidnappers for 60 days, and you have a president sleeping in Asrock? You have governors sleeping? Then what is the function of government? What is government for? Any government, and this is the provision of Nigeria's constitution, the first primary responsibility of every government is to protect the lives and property of citizens. Any government that cannot do that has no business to be in office. Now, there is no policy framework, and then you have the security architecture in the country in complete disorganization. The DSS man who presented today, or his colleague, was in the first Umaru Shinkapi summit last year. He told us how they gathered that data, and he said no one is acting on the intelligence they are gathering. We know that the Nigeria police force is in competition, unhealthy competition with the military. The military is unhealthy competition with the police. And there is nobody in the Nigerian federal government, there is no central body that is coordinating the 17 security agencies we have in the country to respond. So no policy framework, no central coordination, and so everybody is doing things on their own. And that's why we have governors like Governor Hope Ozodinma saying, let's go to vigilante. So what is the function of government? The essence of the social contract is for government to have monopoly of power, of violence. Now, if every community will set up their vigilante, then where are we heading? By the way, the Attorney General may correct me if I am wrong. Under Nigeria's law, vigilantism is illegal. And no state governor has power to set up any vigilante group, because they don't have power to issue license to carry any military grade weapons under the Firearms Act.
Only the president can do that, and then to some extent the Inspector General of Police with the direction of the president. Now, even the governor himself cannot carry weapons. So how would the governor be able to institute vigilantes and arm them? Even if you say you want to do the Niger State style, you give them pop action. How will you give pop action to young people in the society for them to go and fight people who are carrying AK-47, GPMs and other, light and heavy weapons? How feasible is that? And let's assume we say, okay, let's arm them with AK-47s. What do you think would happen if you empower unemployed young people in every community, train them in weapons, give them weapons to fight the criminals? What will happen when the criminals are done with and they are unemployed? I mean, let's tell ourselves the truth. Every Nigerian has a duty towards Nigeria's security. But the federal government has the sole monopoly of violence in Nigeria, and no Nigerian can carry weapons. So stop telling us to go and fight criminals and armed gangs and Boko Haram, because we can't do it. The federal government should rise up to its responsibility. I have heard time and again that Nigeria has not enough military. That is why we have this problem. I disagree. The estimate is that there are at least 350,000 military, armed forces in Nigeria. 350,000. How many are Boko Haram fighters? The estimate is that there are at maximum 7,000. The bandits in the northwest, the biggest number we have of their estimates is 30,000. I think 30,000 is too much, even though Zamfara state governor and traditional rulers say 30,000. Let's assume it's 30,000. So we are talking about 37,000. Potentially, we are talking about 50,000 criminals. How do you tell me that a trained military with the backing of the state, with all the weapons and equipment of the state, cannot fight ragtag groups with 50,000 militants? The fact of the matter is there is no leadership in the military sector and in the policy, in the politics, and that's why you still have everyone who is, who has a boss in the military or in the armed forces still in the barracks. Where are the generals? Where are the senior military officers? They are all still in the barracks. What is the what is the chief of defense staff doing in Abuja? What is the chief of army staff and others doing in Abuja? Why don't they go to Zamfara, go to Borno, go to other states? Just imagine if every governor would be serious about security as Governor Zulum is. What do you think will happen? Let every governor be active, be serious, hold security to his heart just like Governor Zulum. What do you think will happen if every governor would do that? Zulum has not stopped the problem in Borno State. And we know there are many things to do, but we have seen in his eyes, in his action, in his words, that he is concerned and he wants to bring it to an end. The fact of the matter is there is no coordination, no synergy, no policy, and this country will continue to bleed from armed robbers, kidnappers, and terrorists if we continue this way. The federal government has to show leadership.
After listening to this very northern, are you now still doubting or talking down on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Do you now know that you have the right man with you? Those of you from the southern part of Nigeria, do you now know that you have the right man to follow? You have the right man with the right idea. When you listen to the message of Buba and you listen to the message of this northerner, you will know that we have the right man who has brought the right foundation for us to follow. It doesn't matter your tribe in the south. It doesn't matter your religion in the south. It doesn't matter where you belong. The most common enemy we have now is the Fulani Janjaweed, who want to destroy the south. And we have to fight in a common front. Knowing our common enemy, we have to unite together now more than ever. Let us keep aside where we come from, keep aside our language. When we have brought the victory back home, everybody will be independent on their own and control their resources. For those of you who think it's about oil, oil is not fashionable anymore. If you don't know it. What is fashionable now is what you have in your brain. What you have in your brain. If you don't have the brain, even with your oil, you will remain poor. Exactly what is happening today. Nigeria with oil, all the oil they have, where are they today in the world? Nigeria, with all the oil well and whatever you have in Nigeria, Nigeria still remains the poverty capital of the whole world. Simply because we don't have people who have brain. So if you are talking about oil that is because of your resources, I'm talking about people who have on the Niger Delta, you think it is because of your resources. Every southern part of Nigeria has mineral resources. Hear it and hear it clear. Every southern part of Nigeria have mineral resources. A lot of them have not been touched or mined yet. That of Niger Delta is almost destroyed and decimated. It's not even something that somebody has to hope on. It is time you begin to think of a new life, a new thing to do. The oil in Niger Delta has been decimated and oil is no longer fashionable. So stop thinking about oil, think about your freedom. When you get your freedom, you can now develop your brain, develop your children. Your children will grow with normal brain. Then you can build a nation you can be proud of. It can be Ijaw nation, it can be Igbo nation, it can be Efik nation, it can be Benin nation. Any nation you want to build. Yoruba nation you want to build in the southern part of Nigeria, you will have your own nation. But for now, that unity, we need it more than ever for us to subdue these people who have come to kill us. These people who want to destroy us have agents everywhere. They have agents as Igbos, they have agents as Yorubas, they have agents as Hausas, they have agents as Ijaws, they have agents as Efik, they have agents as Edos. They are everywhere. And the only way we can defeat them is when we come together and tear this unity, this their dirty unity, scam unity apart. If we can tear them apart, then we can now build a strong foundation, stand on our own and decide what we want. That is why we are calling for referendum. That is the only way. Referendum. Begin to speak up about referendum with your platform. Whatever platform you have, no matter how small, no matter how big, begin to speak up about referendum. Let there be referendum so that people can decide their fate and choose where they want to belong. That is the message. Referendum now. Referendum now. It doesn't matter what you believe, it doesn't matter your religion, it doesn't matter what you're looking for. In order to defeat our common enemy, ask for referendum. In that referendum, you will choose where you want to belong. That is the message. This is the message Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, our supreme leader, left for us to preach. Message of unity, message of love, message of freedom. That is what we are preaching. It doesn't matter what they say. It doesn't matter how they try to paint him evil. We know we are dealing with an angel that is as white as snow. And may Chuks continue to protect Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. May Chuks continue to strengthen Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. May Chuks continue to give Mazi Nnamdi Kanu good health. And very, very soon, sooner than later, sooner than we expect, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be out. And he will be with us to take us to Biafra. May Chuks protect Sunday Igboho. Grant Sunday Igboho victory in his law case as he is still going to court in the Republic. Whatever they are planning, whatever evil that have been planned against Igboho in the Republic, Chuks will destroy it. Chuks will destroy it. Igboho will be free very soon and lead the Yorubas into the freedom of Oduduwa. Thank you so much for watching wherever you are watching from. And remember blessed. Bye bye. See you again on the next video.